Hello students, good afternoon all of you. I hope all of you have done well in this examination. Of course, this time the questions were given from the whole complete anatomy. So I understand that it would have been little tough for you to answer, but at least I am satisfied that in this way you have completed that topic, the whole unit, anatomy. So let's see the solutions of today's question paper. So first question which is there, identify the simple tissue from among the following. So there are two types of tissues actually, meristematic type and permanent type. The meristematic tissues are smaller in size and they are young juvenile cells. They always undergo division, that you know. And another type is permanent type. Permanent means they do not undergo division. And the permanent tissues are again divided of two main types, that is simple permanent and complex permanent. So in simple permanent, parenchyma, collenchyma and a sclerenchyma is placed. So simple permanent tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And what is simple permanent? They are structurally all the tissues, all the cells are similar and they do the same function. Whereas in complex permanent tissues, they are structurally different and they do different functions also. That is called complex type. So here the question is, identify the simple tissue, simple type of tissue, that is simple permanent tissue from among the following. So four options are given here. In A option we can see parenchyma. So it is the simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. But as collenchyma and sclerenchyma is not here, so parenchyma is the right answer. So key is A, answer is A. And these, if we observe B, C, if you see B, xylem. Xylem is a complex tissue. So it is complex tissue which helps in conduction of water. So it is complex tissue. Similarly, phloem is also a complex tissue. It helps in conduction of food. And epidermis, the epidermal cells are present on the outer side. It is the outermost layer of root, stem and leaves. And these are also modified parenchymatous. But we are not talking about the layer. So it is the layer, it is the region which is placed outer side of the root, stem and leaf, and it is meant for protection. So answer here is parenchyma. Now the second question, a conjoint and open vascular bundle will be observed in the transverse section of. So in which type of thing we observe this type of conjoint and open vascular bundle? See, first option is A, monocot root, and B, monocot stem, C is dicot root and D is dicot stem. We will talk about all these options first. Monocot root and dicot root. If we take these two, monocot root and in dicot root, that vascular bundles are radial, alternate and closed type. Radial because in roots always radial type. This is the stellar part and this is protoxylem and this is metaxylem and this is again metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem. This is protoxylem, the smaller one is protoxylem which is towards periphery, metaxylem is towards center, and alternate to xylem, phloem is present. So this type of vascular bundle is called alternate and radial. Radial type, alternate radial, and as cambium is not present, vascular cambium is not there, so it is considered as closed. So in root, it is dicot root. Of course, in monocot root, the number of xylem and phloem increases. It shows polyarch condition. So then there also alternate radial and a closed type of vascular bundle. So a conjoint and open vascular. What is the question? A conjoint and open vascular bundle. Conjoint means xylem and phloem is in the same bundle. If xylem and in phloem is in the same bundle. So In both the stem, it is conjoined. But open type, that means cambium ring is present. When cambium is there, that is called open type. And open type is present only in dicot stem. Whereas in monocot, the vascular bundles are like this. This part is phloem. This is upper part is phloem. And the lower part is xylem. These two are metaxylem. And this smaller one is protoxylem inside pith. So, towards pith. And this is lacuna. This is the structure of the vascular bundle of monocot stem. Whereas in dicot stem, this part is phloem and this is cambium and this is xylem. So, question is a conjoint and open vascular bundle, it is seen in dicot stem. This is the answer. Phellogen and phellem respectively denote. What is phellogen and phellem? Phellogen, see, phellogen is the layer which is formed. This part is called the epidermis, but after secondary growth, what happens? Secondary xylem and secondary phloem is forming. So, this formation leads to the rupture of epidermis. And at the place of epidermis, what is formed? Phelloderm is formed. So, this is called phelloderm. So, this is called phelloderm. Or we can say this is cork cambium. The second name of the another name is cork cambium. This cork cambium divides periclinally and outer side it forms, outer side some cells are formed. So, these cells, outer side cells are considered as phellem. Outer side cells are called phellem. Another name is cork. This is cork. And inner side, so it is dividing periclinally. The inner side cells are known as phellogen. So, phelloderm divides periclinally and it forms phellem and phellogen. This is phellogen, which is known as secondary cortex also. Secondary cortex. And these three collectively, phellem, phelloderm and phellogen, these three collectively form periderm. Periderm, which is also known as bark, and this bark is non-technical term. It is not technical, but we know as this is non-technical term. But we all know what is bark, the outer side of the stem or root, stem portion. The dicot stem in the or monocot stem is having, especially in dicot stem, bark is present. With the technical term of this bark is periderm. So, how periderm is formed? Phellem, phelloderm and phellogen. These three collectively form periderm. But what is the question here? The question, phellogen and phellem respectively denote. Phellogen and phellem, they form secondary cortex and cork. So, here the answer which is given in the first, this is the answer actually, not the cork cambium and cortex. Cork cambium means phelloderm. So, it is phelloderm. Phelloderm and the cork is phellem. So, answer is C. So, this is not the correct answer. Answer is C. Secondary cortex, which is called as phellem, and the cork is phellem, phellogen and phellem. So, I hope you understood, student. So, if you have you have answered C, that is correct. Multiple epidermis in leaf is found in, of course, multiple. Generally, epidermis is single layered, but in some plants, multi-layered epidermis is also seen. Generally, in xerophytic plants, the plants which grow in desert areas, in drought areas, those plants have multi-layer epidermis. But here, Nerium is a plant which grows in dry conditions, and ficus in your book, in NCERT book, that that is written that ficus is also having multi-layer epidermis. So both A and B is correct answer. So all these two, A and B both having, so A and B is the correct answer. Answer is C. Now fifth question. Which of the following is absent in root? In root we do not find hypodermis. This is the correct answer, because if you cut the transfer section of the root, first layer is epidermis, and below the epidermis cortex is present, and below the cortex, inner to the cortex, endodermis, next comes pericycle, and then comes stelar part, and in the middle portion pith is there, but no hypodermis is not present. Whereas in dicot stem and in monocot stem, below the epidermis hypodermis is there. In dicot, collenchymatous hypodermis, and in monocot stem we find sclerenchymatous hypodermis. So answer here, which of the following is absent in root? Of course endodermis is there, pericycle is there, cortex is also there, only hypodermis is not present in the case of roots. So answer is A. Now bulliform cells are present in bulliform cells. What are these cells? These cells are present in monocot leaf. Monocot leaf up in the upper epidermis. Leaf is having both sides epidermis, both the leaves, dicot leaf and monocot leaf, both the leaves having both side epidermis. Upper epidermis, which is known as adaxial epidermis, and lower epidermis is known as abaxial epidermis. In monocot leaves only, on the upper epidermis are having some thin walled large cells, and when these cells are known as bulliform cells, and when endoosmosis occurs, that means water goes inside these bulliform cells, what happens? They become turgid, that means they swells up. Naturally when water is going inside the cell, it swells, and when exoosmosis is happening, that means water is coming out, it becomes flaccid, that means it shrinks. So because of loss of water, and due to the loss of water, what happens? The leaves start rolling. So rolling and unrolling, it takes place with the bulliform cells when present in the monocot leaf epidermis. But here only very simple question: bundle sheath, mesophiles, vascular bundle, epidermis. So question is not the monocot leaf or dicot leaf. The question is in which layer it is present? On the epidermal layer. So epidermis. So D is the right answer. Now 7. In barley stem, vascular bundles are barley. When I say barley, it is monocot. So monocot stem, vascular bundle. Which type of vascular bundle? They are closed, because only dicot stem is having cambium. Both the roots, dicot root and monocot root closed. Cambium is not there. But monocot stem, conjoint bundle is there. Xylem and phloem is in the same bundle. But they are closed because cambium is not present. So closed, number 1 point. Scattered. Scattered because their endodermis, cortex, everything form ground tissues, and these ground tissues, vascular bundle, are scattered type. So C is the answer. Now let's next. The periderm includes, same question, almost all that question we have seen. The phellem, phelloderm and phellogen. All these three collectively form periderm. So answer is D. All of these. Next. Secondary meristem. What is secondary meristem? Are not present from the beginning of a plant body. Yes, of course, this statement is right. Are not present. It is not present because primarily a body is having only primary meristematic tissue, and primary meristematic tissues are apical meristem, which is present at the root tip and shoot tip and root tip, and intercalary meristematic tissues. These two are primary meristem. The lateral meristem develops at the time of secondary growth. So naturally at the secondary meristem, the lateral meristem is not present in the beginning stage, from the embryo stage. Developed by dedifferentiation of primary permanent tissue. I explained you what is de-differentiation. What is differentiation? When meristematic, this is meristematic cell. This is meristematic, suppose. And this is, it is dividing. Meristematic cells has the capacity of division. So, it is dividing. And differentiation, that means they lost the capacity of division and it becomes permanent. Again, permanent, N-E-N-T, permanent. So, again that means they lost the capacity of, here no division, lost the capacity of division. And again they are de-differentiating, that means they are getting the capacity of division. So, permanent secondary meristem, it becomes secondary meristem. And what is redifferentiation? Again when they get, so here first they are dividing, by differentiation they are losing the capacity of division, again by redifferentiation, no, de-differentiation, they are getting the capacity of division, again by redifferentiation they are losing the capacity of division. So, that is called de-differentiation. Here is developed by de-differentiation of primary meristem. So, primary, that means permanent tissues, is developing from secondary meristematic, developing from de-differentiation of primary permanent tissue. So, both A and B, both statements are correct here. So, answer is C. I hope you understood. Earlier also I explained you this thing very well. Intercalary meristem. What are these intercalary? Or lateral meristem? No, these are not lateral meristem. Lateral meristems are present at the time of secondary growth, it arises. Are responsible for increase in length. Yes, this is correct, because it is present from the beginning stage, and in the beginning stage it is present and it is helpful in increasing the length. Commonly present in grasses. So, D option is correct. Okay. Secondary growth is absent in. Secondary growth takes place in gymnosperm and in dicot in stems and gymnosperm. But some roots also have secondary growth, but monocot root do not have secondary growth. So, this is correct answer. Next, what is absent in monocot stem? See, sclerenchymatous hypodermis. It is not correct, because in monocot stem below the epidermal layer sclerenchymatous tissue is present, and that is hypodermis. So, that is correct. Phloem parenchyma is absent, of course. Vascular cambium, that is absent. That is why it is closed type. So, more than one option. Casparian strips are characteristic feature of endodermis, which is made up of Casparian strips, Casparian bands. It is present. The endodermis having Casparian band, and it is made up of suberin, and this suberin is impervious to water. So, suberin is right answer. Now, leaves of grasses roll and unroll due to, just now this same thing, the same question asked in a different way. So, you have to know all these things. Presence of bulliform cells. In annual ring, the light color part is known as the light color. 2 times wood is formed, 2 times every year, 2 times rings are forming. One is in springtime, one is in autumn time, and the early form is called early wood. Of course, early wood is light in color also. So, both the answers are correct. Here some mistake has done. So, key C, not only C, A and C is correct. So, if I write A and C, both are correct. The commercial cork is obtained from oak. The commercial cork, the bottle cork is obtained from oak, and the scientific name of oak is Quercus, Quercus suber, Quercus suber, S-U-B-E-R, Quercus suber. This is the scientific name of oak tree. And guard cells are a special kind of epidermal cells. These cells, of course, guard cells are present in the epidermis. In the leaves we have seen the epidermal layer is having guard cells, and these are special type of epidermal cell. Other epidermal cells are not having chloroplast because they are lack of chloroplast, but guard cells are having chloroplast. And you see thick inner wall is also correct. thin outer wall, not always thin outer wall. In the case of dumbbell shape, if it is monocot, the curvature is thick. This part is thick, this is thick. If it is monocot, and this is the stomatal aperture. And in monocot, it looks like this. So these curvature, both in outside and inside, thick. But if it is dicot plant, in dicot it is kidney shaped. The aperture is kidney shaped. So inner side curvature is thick, outer side is thin. And so first one is right, it is having chloroplast and thin outer wall. So more than one option is also correct. This correct. Radial vascular bundle characteristically occur in radial type of vascular bundle present both monocot root and dicot root. So this is correct. In all the roots, always radial, alternate, closed, exarch. You have to by heart in all the roots. Either it is monocot or dicot. Root always have radial type of vascular bundle, alternate type, exarch because protoxylem is towards periphery and metaxylem is towards center, and closed because cambium is not present in the case of root. Y-shaped arrangement of xylem vessel is found. Y-shaped or V-shaped. Lacuna, it is forming, protoxylem is forming lacuna-like structure. Y-shaped means this is monocot stem. It is seen in monocot stem. See the vascular bundle. This portion is phloem. This portion, and this is metaxylem, bigger in size, and this small joker nose-like structure, it is protoxylem, and one of the protoxylem breaks and it forms lacuna-like structure, cavity. That is lacuna, or we can say. So it is forming V-shaped or Y-shaped structure. So Y-shaped arrangement of xylem vessel is found in monocot stem. In monocot. And next, the last question, plant showing anomalous secondary growth. Anomalous secondary growth is seen in monocot stem. So which three? All these three, agave, dracena, yucca. Some other examples are also there, palm tree and coconut tree. All these are showing anomalous secondary growth. Generally, dicot stems have show secondary growth. Anomalous secondary growth it is only present in monocot stems, because in monocot stem cambium ring is not present. So vascular cambium activity is not seen. From the hypodermis it is formed. So I hope all of you have understood this question paper solution round and you liked this round. So let's see how many let's check from yourself how many writes you have done today. Thank you very much, students, for listening. Now Zoology sir, he is here to explain you.
Hello students. So I hope you today have performed test very well, right? So right, just a few minutes, student. So I hope you performed the zoology part exam very well, right? So let us see the today's question paper, right? So you can see here the last one, first question, student. Okay. So what is the first question here? How many segments found in adult cockroach? I repeat, how many segments found in adult cockroach? So you can see the answer, it is the 20 only. But is a 12 not, 15 is not, but 14 is actually, it is a nymph stage, it is that. So it is a incorrect option. A and B and D is the incorrect option, whereas a D is a correct option, right? So adult cockroach have a 20 S segment. Now the another question you can see, the function of arthroidal membrane is arthroidal membrane. Okay, so that means the joining and articulation. Let us talk about, that is a very, very important concept, it is that. So what is that important concept? So let us recall about what is that, that is for suppose we are going to discuss about the body of cockroach is made up of the exoskeleton, right? So this exoskeleton is made up of the chitin, right? It is a nitrogenous material, and this all the chitin material, it is to be forms hard plate, right? Hard plate, we call it as the sclerites, right? Sclerites. So here there is a sclerites. If the sclerites, this is a dorsal part and this is a ventral part of the cockroach. If the sclerites, the dorsal part, okay, dorsal side, the dorsal side, what we call no, that is, another one is that ventral part. What are the name? It is that, okay, the dorsal part we call it as the tergum, right? Tergum, and the ventral part is called the sternum, right, student? So both tergum and sternum, it is joined by arthrodial membrane. Okay, so that is a reference. So the both are joined together by okay, joins by what is that? The membrane, what we call no, that is arthrodial membrane. Okay, so this is about the information. The function of arthrodial membrane, it is the joining or articulation of the both tergum or sternum. Now I can see this is a solution is given here, no student. In cockroach, each segment exoskeleton has a hardened plate called the sclerites. The tergates dorsally and the sternites ventrally, that are joined by each other by a thin flexible articular membrane, arthrodial membrane. Arthrodial membrane require the joining and articulation. So this line you can observe in NCERT now. So this is about the NCERT question. Now another question you can see, student, that is how many segments present in thorax? So the answer would be, it is a 3. So what is that? Prothorax, mesothorax, metathorax, right, student? So the second A option, B option, C option is the incorrect one, right? So the next one. So the other one you can see, fourth question, what is the structure act as a sound receptor in cockroach? They're asking about the sound receptor. So what are that? That is D option would be, it is a correct answer. Anal style and anal cerci. Okay, both two, it is a act as a, what is that? The sound receptor in cockroach. So this is about the some additional question, right? So next question, see student, this is a NCERT question, no, fifth question. Which of the main function of tergosternal muscle? Okay, the muscle, it is available at the tergum and also available on the sternum. So both muscles are associated with each other. Tergosternal muscle, there is no doubt at all. We are already discussed in the class at also. That is answer, it is respiration. Coming to the blood circulation is actually performed by a 13-chambered heart, right? So the chewing, generally it's not at all performed by chewing. Chewing is performed by mouth parts. Okay, the mouth parts is actually, it is a biting and chewing type. Whereas the excretion, there are 3 types of excretion. That is a fat body nephrocytes, another one is uricose glands, and Malpighian tubule. So these 3 is responsible for excretion. So the correct option would be tergosternal muscle for respiration only. I hope you understand for fifth question. Fifth question is answer A. Next question, see student. In cockroach, which of the following help in exchange of gases? There is no doubt at all here also. Answer would be, it is the spiracles. Let us see once again. So if you observe, this is about a cockroach, right? So the body wall is actually, it is made up of what is that? It is the walls. The body wall is made up of certain a small tube-like structure we can observe now. What is this we call now? This is called the spiracles, right student? The spiracles. So how many pairs of spiracles are found in the cockroach? So that the answer would be, it is 10 pairs, right student? 10 pairs. So here the 10 pairs. So the 2 pairs is actually thorax region, remaining 8 pairs is to be present in the abdomen region, right student? So the spiracles is a very small tube-like structure. It is there are actually 10 pairs, it is that. So the spiracles only responsible for the exchange of gases in, what is that? That cockroach, right? Let us see the another question, student. I hope you understand. Sixth question is the A is the answer. Next one, cockroach can digest. This is also we discussed in the class. Protein, carbohydrate, fat. So the correct option would be is that all of them above. So the seventh one is D. Next, the other question is the eighth question. Mark the incorrect state match with respect to the function. So we are talking about the what is that incorrect statement. We are not at all concentrate about the what is that correct statement. So incorrect only we discuss now. So now you can see the seminal vesicle. We are talking about the reproductivity system. Once recall about the reproductivity system in especially male reproductivity system, right? So the seminal vesicle, it is responsible for the storage of sperm. I will draw the diagram of the seminal vesicle. Now you can see, for suppose you can see this is about the what is that Ericos gland. There is a long tubules are present, right? This is a long tubules, and in the center we have a what is that there is a short tubules are present, and in the center itself we can also represent there is a what is that there is a seminal vesicle is present here. So what is the what it can in the above this mushroom gland or Ericos gland, phallic gland is also present here, and this is a part for the phallic gland root, and this is for the ejaculatory duct, right student? So this is a part actually what is that there is a seminal vesicle. So seminal vesicle, what it can do, the seminal vesicle is responsible for the storage of the sperm. So A option is correct. Okay, so now phallic glands covering the spermatophores. Yes, this is also correct option only. Now you can see here the spermatophore. It is a covering the spermatophore. Here only there is a spermatophores is available now. There is a group of sperms is to be arranged in the form of the spermatophore. So it is this is called as the phallic gland. The phallic gland is covers the spermatophore. This is also correct now. B option also correct. Next, the other one is collateral gland. It is a oothecal covering. Generally collateral gland, it is found in the female reproductivity system. So let us talk about the where it is located, the collateral gland. Again I will draw the diagram. For suppose you can see the collateral gland. Now you can see students. So this is about the female gonophysis, right? The female gonophysis. So from this one is that there is a large collateral branches is there now. Another one is a very small collateral gland is there now. Okay, so this is about the collateral gland. A pair of collateral gland is present in the female reproductivity part. It is arises from the what is that female genital pore, right? So there is a different sizes we can observe the collateral gland only. It is a present only what is that female only. So oothecal covering, it is also correct only. Next one, phallomeres. It is responsible for nourishing the sperms. It is an incorrect option. Generally we have a pallomers. How many types of pallomers are there? Especially pallomers are present in the male cockroach only. What are they? Lateral ventral pallomer, left pallomer, and tiltator. These are the examples for the pallomers, right? It is not at all responsible for the nourishing of the sperms. It is a helps in the pallomers are helps in the copulation or during copulation. It helps in the copulation, right? So it is not at all nourishing the sperm. So the correct option is, our incorrect answer is D is the incorrect, and that is our correct option. So this is, you can see student, pallomers is a chitinous asymmetrical structure which act as a external male genital which surrounds the male genophore. So it is a helps in the what is that, the copulation or sexual reproduction, right? So let us talk about the another one is the ninth one. Find out the incorrect pair with respect to the cockroach. So now you can see a pair of testes. It is found at what is the 4 to 6 student. This is actually 4 to 6 abdominal segment. So this is also correct only. And mushroom gland, it is located the 6th and 7th abdominal segment. It is also correct. Mushroom gland is also known as what is that, Ericos gland, right? So tiltator, it is also called the left pallomer. This is also correct only. Next, innermost layer of the spermatophore, we call it as the utricular brevis. No, it's an incorrect option. No. Why? Because of, you can see the white color tubules are mainly two types student, that is utricular major, utricular brevis. So we're talking about the what is that utricular gland student, that is also called as the mushroom gland, right? So utricular major and utricular brevis, the first one is called the long in the length and forms the inner layer of the spermatophore. The second one is the shorter in length and provide the nourishment to the sperm only. So here what is that, innermost is not at all innermost is not at all for the layer of the spermatophore, and it is an incorrect statement only student. Okay, so this is about the correct option student. Let us see the another question. Another question for this one is, during the metamorphosis under the ecdysone hormone, okay, molting occurs. How many times it is? 13 times in the Periplaneta americana. So this is a direct question from the NCERT, right? So I hope you understand this one is that, right? Next one is that head of cockroach is according to its position is known as hypopharynx. Correct option it is. This is also NCERT only. I hope you understand this one only. Number of segments in the cockroach leg. This is also direct question it is, student. That is 5 only. Let us see what is that this one only. For example, 1 and 2 coxa. First one is the swollen part is called the coxa. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. And there is a clavicle part is there. No, this is actually 5 segments is there. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, student? 5 segments are present here. The next one is C. Next. So the 12th one answer would be it is a B. Next, the other one is most swollen segment of leg is, there is a no doubt at all, answer would be it is a coxa. This is also explained later. No, so the coxa is present at the point of attachment in the leg, so it is known as the proximal segment of the leg. It forms the functional base of the leg also. So it is only the coxa part only, it is attaches to the prothorax or mesothorax or metathorax region, right? So the next one, the main character for the distinction between the male and female cockroach. So this is also NCERT question only. So the answer is, what is that? Anal style. Anal style is present in the male only, absent in female. Right, student? So next one. So antenna is present, mandibules is present, anal cerci is present. Right? Next. The other question is 15th one. Anal styles are found in male cockroach only. This is also we already seen, no? So this is a similar question to this one. Next, another one is C, student. Alary muscles in cockroach are associated or connected with heart. Let us see where is the alary muscles now once again. Okay, alary muscles. So you know already there is a 13 chamber heart. Heart is actually 13 chambered heart is present in the cockroach, right? So let us see the diagram first now, right? So what is the first of all, this is a aorta, student, right? This is actually it is towards to the head, right? And this is about the what we call now that articular wall, and this part is called the ostia. And another one is that we have this type of appearance we can observe now, right, student? So this is actually how many types is there now? Like this is actually there is a certain one, for example, assume this is a 1, 2, for example, this is a 13. So this is a 13 chamber heart is present, student. And now this part what we call now, this space is actually what is called as ostia, right? And there is a inside of the wall is called as auricular wall, and the outside of this part is called the ventricular wall. So these walls is responsible for prevent the backflow of blood. So the blood is always passes to this direction only, right, student? So here the in heart chamber is actually 13 chamber is there. Now coming to the point, we are talking about the what is that alary muscles, right? So alary muscles actually on either side of the heart chamber there is this projection like structures we can observe now. What is this called now? Alary muscles. Okay, alary muscles. So where it is this is I hope you understand, student. This is called the alary muscles. So I already conveyed this one is alary muscles in the previous class one. So what is the alary muscles can do? Alary muscles in cockroach are associated or connected with the heart. What it can do? These muscles are attached to the both dorsal and tergum diaphragm. They are the triangular in shape, and where in the pointed end is attached to the tergum and other end is attached to the dorsal diaphragm. Right, student? So this is also we are discussed in the earlier class only, right? Next one. The other one is that 16th question. 16th question is would be it is that the correct answer is B. Right, student? So the next one. Just a minute, student. Just a minute. There is some technical problem here, no? Just a minute. It's a stuck. Right. Okay. So let us see the 17th question first. The number of pairs of sparacles in the cockroach, we already discussed, that is answer is 10 only. 2 pairs in the thorax and 8 pairs in the, what is that, abdomen region. 18th question, student. Number of chambers in the heart of cockroach, this is also very easy question, that is a 13. Now I can see this is about the diagram, student. Anterior aorta, alveolar muscles and chamber of heart, okay, articular valve and ventricular valve, and there is a pore structure is called the ostium. The blood is always pumping in this direction. Now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 13. We can observe there is a 13 heart chamber, right, student? So the correct option it is that it is a C. 18 is C. Next 19 one you can see, student, that is function of the Malpighian tubules of cockroach. So very easy question. They are from the phylum also, Arthropoda also we discussed, that is answer it is excretion. Very easy question. Ommatidia are found in, what are the answer? Very easy question. Eyes of birds, eyes of frog, eyes of insects, eyes of rabbit. So there is a no doubt at all, eye of insects. So what are the ommatidia? So cockroach having the, there is a pair of compound eye. So it is located in the dorsal part of the head. And this compound eye having the, there are 22,000 visual elements, that is called as ommatidia. So what is the vision we can observe in the cockroach? That is a mosaic vision, right, student? So this is about the information that we are already discussed in the earlier class. So the correct option for the 21 is that C is the correct option. So I hope you understand today's class, student, right? So is there any doubts today's paper, student? Is there any doubts? Is there any doubt? Yashashvi and Bhavya, Anushka, Jayashri, Chinmay, is there any doubt today's paper? Yes, please respond, student. Okay? Is it okay today's paper, student?